building. We've had it falling down on us all morning. It is getting, I have to say, more and more dangerous standing here about 100, 150 or so metres away from it. You hear these loud pops, these fizzes, this noise, and obviously I just spoke to a firefighter who had sweat and water pouring off his face. He'd just been into the building. I said, how is it in there? They are trying to clear floor by floor, as I think your expert in the studio is saying. But of course the heat is so intense in there. There is really only so much that these firefighters really can do, because the further up the building you get to, if you just sort of pan the camera up, you can just sort of see how sort of burnt out the top layers of that building is. The gentleman we've been watching all mornings on the 11th floor, we understand, so there are what, another 10 or so floors above him, and you really have to fear for what has happened to those poor families who have been trapped in this building, because we've been talking to eyewitnesses who have seen them at the window flashing their torchlights, but that was at around 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. I have Mary Brown with me, who lives very close by. You're in a bit of distressed state this morning, completely understandably, because Mary, you have friends who live there.
Yes, I do. I have a friend, you know, a very close friend that lives in the building. She lives on the 5th floor. I woke up this morning seeing everybody, you know, coming out from their houses, you know, the noise from the helicopter, the siren, the firefighters, you know. We woke up and we couldn't sleep. I was wondering what was going on, only for me to, you know, realize people were taking photos, pictures, you know, with their phones, the flashes, and I couldn't see anything from my landing, so I need to, you know, go to the other balcony, and I saw the building, and I could, you know, immediately recognize the building. That was the building my friend lives in. She lives on the 5th floor.
Your friend this morning?
I haven't heard from her, but with our very best friend, which is my friend, I've spoken to her, and she said she and her 2 children and husband are okay.
So that's good.
But our mother-in-law, Minera's mother-in-law, is still trapped in the building, and we don't know, you know, her state right now, which, you know.
And do we know what for the mother-in-law?
Actually, I don't know. I don't know. Well, you know, like aside from that, I have friends, you know, live in that building, whereby I don't really know their names, but we meet at the leisure center. You know, we have children that swims together. Just right opposite the building is where we have the North Kensington Leisure Center, and opposite is where my sons, you know, play football every week at the KA school. So, you know, it's really sad. It's horrific, you know, to see this kind of thing happening right now.
Family to look after as well. You've got friends, haven't you? Just
yeah.
children here as well that you're looking after, friends.